Furries have cemented themselves as a regular part of the internet.
Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth.
For a while, they were considered the worst community on the internet. In 2016, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing a furry cringe compilation or a commentary channel making a video on those degenerate furries.
I was pro. Holy sh**.
You know what, Pyro? Since you are a Fall Guys champion, go buy yourself some furry art.
He gave $500 for that!
I guess the saying is true. You either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Even with the excessive negative attentions furries were getting, they still wanted their voices to be heard. So a lot of these furries created platforms to express themselves. And of course, this is what the star of our video did. The channel Kero the Wolf was made to spread positivity towards not just furries, but everyone. Furries have become a normal part of the internet. You're able to find a furry in nearly every community now. From anime to sports, and even Nazis. And obviously, there are those who aren't happy just playing into the stereotype that all furries want to do something inappropriate to their pets. Some people want to do far worse. Kero the Wolf is easily one of the most vile people to somehow still have a YouTube channel. But if you already know the story, then he's easily one of the luckiest guys in the world too. Even hypnotist Sappho, someone who literally minors, disapproved of his horrific actions he took towards animals. So then how did all of these sins get washed away with a technicality? This is the story of Kero the Wolf, and how he somehow managed to get away with it. Hello gamers, Peak of Masculinity here. Only 20% of you are subscribed, so fix that I guess. I have a Discord and Twitter where you can interact with me in a way you'd never imagine because I'm very cringy outside of my videos. I also have a second channel where I mostly talk about anime and stuff. It'd be so cool if you subscribed and followed all the things I just mentioned, but you know, some of you aren't cool enough for that. I get that, it's fine. Is my gaslighting working? Would you mind if we re-uploaded that set of pictures? I don't mind, just give me credit and it will be all good. It shall be done. Hey, didn't you say you have a Telegram? If so, I would love to chat in there. Yes, I do. What's your nick? My name on Telegram is Kero Yatsumara. Message me at any time and we can talk about some sexy dead animals.
No! Ah!
Before Kero got exposed for... Kero's story started the same way a lot of stories start, looking at Google without safe search. According to Kero himself, he saw an image of a furry while looking for a werewolf wallpaper.
So what made you want to become a furry in the first place? How old were you? Like what kind of made you want to turn into this?
Okay, so that's a fun one. One day I was just scrolling online. I loved werewolves. I was into the whole werewolf thing, you know, grr and stuff. But I was looking for a werewolf wallpaper for my computer and these like fursuits showed up. I'm like, oh my god. And I clicked on it, I set it as my wallpaper for like a week. And then my friend pointed out, I'm like, you like furries? I'm like, whoa, what's a furry? Holy crap. So I looked it up and I got dragged right into it.
One thing led to another and he ended up making accounts on Twitter, Vine, and Fur Affinity. He posted content slowly building up an audience until Shane Dawson, lads.
The things I've done to my poor animals, they will never love me. I've done terrible things.
Of course, it's not Shane's fault. He didn't know the demon he was platforming. But it would be criminal not to point out the irony of these two having a collab. What could have easily been another video mocking furries was actually a pretty insightful look into the fandom and why people became furries.
Okay, how did you come up with your fursona, which is what it's called, right?
Yes. I always been a really big fan of wolves. I know I look like a fox. Everyone says I look like a fox, but he's actually a wolf.
So like you were a fan of something and then like you took it too far.
In the month after Shane's video was released, Kero had gained 50,000 subscribers. That is insane growth, and that might be because, you know, the fact that Shane has 10 million subscribers.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
The furries in hiding in Shane's audience, or just the ones who just liked Kero's content, were almost guaranteed to be a large number of people. Once again, 10 million subscribers. This was an overall positive thing. The hatred of furries was at its worst by this time. This video could have arguably lowered that stigma, and it seemed people genuinely enjoyed Kero's content.
Dick! That's wrong, bitch!
But as we've seen in my other videos, whenever something is at its best for a creator, everything comes tumbling down. But compared to any other creator I've covered, the stuff Kero had done is absolutely disgusting. On the 16th of September, a Twitter user called Zudanim made a thread calling out multiple furries in the communities for some pretty horrid things. Now, while my first thought was the usual wanting to f their dog stuff, Zudanim used a certain word that caught my attention. Zoo sadist. A short description of what a zoo sadist is: pleasure derived from cruelty to animals.
No! No! No!
This group was on a completely different level of depraved, which is what I'll be talking about later in the video. But what's important right now is that Kero was one of them. Kero the Wolf is a zoo sadist. Evidence. I am sorry if people hate me for this or feel betrayed, but I don't care. Half of these people talked to me and used my chats to meet others. F you. If the community took out its own trash, you wouldn't have to have this shit happen, so good on you. The bottom line is, there are way too many of you covering for your friends who are into sharing / participating, let alone creating content such as this. This is not acceptable. You want to be accepted in society? Grow up. This is not a call for a witch hunt of these people. I do not want people doxxed or whatever because of this. But people need to know, good people who care about their animals need to know who to avoid. So I'm doing it. Some of these people were my friends. I burnt relationships I had with others for years for this. But you know what? When I found out my friend f***ed a puppy to the point of splitting it open then left it for dead, that's not a f***ing friend. To those of you who cover for these f***s, no it eventually comes around one way or another. When these people are arrested, you'll be right there with them. Because guess what? Zoo is f***ing illegal. And if this is what zoo is, good. It should be. This name is going to be deleted off the internet in a day or two, but I am not going anywhere. And there are others like me too. If you're smart, you will stop this shit right here and now. Because I'll tell you next time, I and others may not be so lenient. Maybe we'll go straight to the police as some of you deserve. This is your only warning. Be careful who you trust and get some fucking help. Okay, I know I just dropped something really serious, but can we talk about how a zoophile is the one who dropped this story? There are no good guys in this story, lads. Now I could spend the next 3 hours going over every single message sent in this chat, but I will spare you this time. Not because I've gained a conscience, but because these chats discuss even your mighty god. According to the people who looked through the files, the video and images in the files included an individual penetrating the corpse of a deer, an individual penetrating a live, tied up dog, and an animal tied over a log having the wide end of a baseball bat shoved into its anus and vagina until it begins to spasm. I am not reading that second paragraph, you cannot make me. Trigger warning by the way. Kero obviously tried to address these accusations before they started to run wild. Guys, I'm scared. My Telegram was hacked. And I don't know what to do. What's happening? This could easily be faked using a VPN on different devices, but you didn't hear that one from me. Just because he's using a VPN doesn't mean he's faking it. If I ever took a screenshot like that on my phone, it would also probably be visible. Oh, you poor innocent furry. But fair enough, you can't absolutely prove that this person is Kero with just the VPN. Thankfully, we had an entire group chat to examine, and spoilers, it was Kero. Kiwi Farms users began comparing notes between Kero the public persona and Telegram Kero. Firstly, both Keros claim to live in Pittsburgh. Once again, this is easy to fake. Maybe those dastardly hackers were real. But then Telegram Kero starts to talk about a video he was producing while showing an image from the video before it was released. Pretty good, just filmed a YouTube video. About to edit it. Oh, what YouTube video if I may ask? I just dope around in a fursuit looking at random websites. But if anyone was still in disbelief that this was Kero, my final bit of information will make it undoubtedly clear that these two Keros are the same person. On the 1st of February, Kero began to speak about his dog who recently died of kidney failure. You okay, hun? Not really. I just got the news that my dog is dying of kidney failure. Yeah, I still miss him. I'm making a tribute video tomorrow and Friday. Yeah, my father's gonna send me a picture of Coda in his casket when he gets home. There's a cow farm up the road, and I'm so tempted to sneak over there and see if I can find a good spot to finger some cow What?! This matches up almost perfectly with the Twitter post he made later on. That was the hardest thing I ever had to do. Finally got to go to his grave. Goodbye, Coda. I never thought I would say that. He got a new fursuit, showed it off in the group chat, and then a few days later had the same fursuit appear in a video. At this point, you can blame it on hackers like the PSN did in 2011, but with everything I've covered up until now, how is anyone really supposed to take you seriously? Like, be for real for a second.
Like that's ever gonna happen.
And if that's where it ended, it wouldn't be good, obviously not. But I still need to talk about one thing that I played at the start of the video. Hey, didn't you say you have a Telegram? If so, I would love to chat in there. Yes, I do. What's your nick? My name on Telegram is Kero Yatsumara. Message me at any time and we can talk about some sexy dead animals. I'll cut straight to the chase here and say that this account is Kero's for reasons I will explain now. The Dogman1 made a post talking about his new puppy. Hello and welcome to my thread. This is where I'll be posting all the videos of my dog. Comments appreciated. First up, blowjobs. I took a break to get some pictures of his amazing penis. P.S. I can deep throat him, smiley face. Hello, I got a new puppy and is now 6 months old now. The pictures below are when I first got him, but I was wondering when can I have with him? He has a sexy butt. I don't want to harm him, so how old does he have to be ready for anal?
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no.
Not only does this dog look very similar to Kero's, but he also posted the exact same image on his Fur Affinity page. You absolute fucking clown! I'm really scared that my neighbors heard me just reading that off and think I'm now like trying to f my non-existent dog. The dude just blatantly self-reported and he even sold this content too. So now we're back at the first screenshot of the video, the prelude to the Telegram leaks. I haven't showed you any of the stuff that happened in this group chat. Hell, I haven't even described it because that stuff is genuinely disgusting. If you actually want to see what they did that badly, go look for it yourself. I'm not putting that in a video. Now, after everything, why is this nigga not in jail? Well, because US laws are stupid. Bestiality is a misdemeanor in New York, and the statute of limitations on misdemeanors is 2 years. If this video was from an episode of animal sexual abuse that happened in 2014 or earlier, the police in 2018 couldn't do anything about it. I knew Kero had uploaded photos and videos of himself abusing Kodo to the Beast forum and began searching the archived threads and posts to see if there was anything that matched. Video explaining his connections to Beast forum in here. The jumble of numbers in the file name is the date for the video was taken, November 29th, 2014 at 12:23 and 40 seconds AM. A day and 2 years too late for the New York police to charge Kero for distribution and bestiality, due to their statute of limitations on misdemeanors. So unless Kero did something within a proper time frame, there is absolutely nothing we can do. Kero came back with a video on his own stating that everything said about him was wrong, that the police had searched his stuff and checked every file in his computer.
Hi guys, a lot has happened in the past 2 years. I want to take a moment and explain why I left YouTube before we get into everything. This was in the fall of 2018. The day the accusation started, everything happened all at once. I was getting accused of new things right and left, and I was completely taken by surprise. Honestly, I couldn't believe the stuff they were accusing me of. Once the leaks started flying around on Twitter, the police got involved right away. My whole plan was to cooperate and let the police work, and let them announce that I was innocent, because this case seemed like a no-brainer. I thought the police would interview me, announce that they didn't find anything, proving the accusations wrong. I did go into the police station. I sat down for interviews. The police came to my apartment multiple times a week, asked me questions like, "Where's the deer? Do you know this person?" I was constantly visited by them, and each and every time I let them search my apartment, and I answered all of their questions. People were calling the police station and accusing me of all kinds of things. I was even asked about a missing child, and then they asked if they can search my place. I endured these visits and let them do their work, and after a month and a half of all these visits, everything went silent.
Oh, hi. Hi, guys, and welcome to a new video.
At this point, no matter what the dude said, I wouldn't have believed it due to the mountains of evidence that blatantly showed that it was him. We're finally done. Kero can try as hard as he likes to worm his way back into any community as much as he wants. But no matter where he goes or what he does, this piece of him will always be there. And for good reason too. I'm actually coming to talk about this in post, even though I didn't edit the video, because I just find it so funny how Kero thinks that just changing his name, changing his voice, changing his persona is gonna make this all go away. And good thing they ain't, because I think if you were allowed to walk around in any community scot-free, I'd probably kill myself. Kero, you have literally done some of the most deplorable things I've ever seen. That when you go to hell, you're probably gonna be standing next to Jeffrey Dahmer, and yet you wanna walk walk around, say that you're the victim, say that you played to the police's game, say that you didn't do the things that you clearly have done because of empirical, objective evidence. But sure, run along, live your little fairy tale where you're the good guy, that we all accuse you of something you didn't do, that this is all gonna go away the more you ignore it. Because it's not. We all know it's not. But eventually, you'll do something else, you're gonna slip up, and the law enforcement is gonna catch you this time. Because now you have millions of eyes constantly watching your every move because of your actions. I'm just gonna leave it to Archive the Wolf. They say it a lot better than I ever could.
Hi guys.
Hey Kero. How's it going? Been a long 2.5 years, huh buddy? You know, back in 2019 when I got word the police were complaining that you'd clearly scrubbed all your devices, this was the outcome I was starting to expect. The old disappointed but not surprised routine, you know? What was surprising was this comeback video of yours. I mean, what the fuck is this? You've had 2.5 years to put together some kind of defense for yourself. And this was the best you could do? No attempts to seriously confront the evidence? No alibis that would make certain accusations impossible? For God's sakes, you didn't even mention your late dog Coda or your late boyfriend, Colwyn Collie, who, according to your logic and narrative, were metaphorically dug up and their corpses used by ghoulish trolls looking to destroy your life. That's horrible, but no, you just said, I didn't make the deer video and the police couldn't arrest me, so I didn't do it, which is the weakest defense you could come up with.
I know I say this every time, but Kero is actually the most disgusting person I've ever covered in my channel. And for a while, I don't think I'll be covering something as severe as this in the future. I honestly kind of just want to take a shower after everything I've read off in this screenshot. Hot Top stream coming soon. That was really fucking lame. I hope everyone watching who isn't a complete degenerate has a great day. See ya, lads.
Bullshit from a soft lynch pussy. Nigga, just stop and watch how we moving. You can keep up what you doing, but our image isn't skewing. I don't know what y'all be brewing, but you stay constantly brewing.